Hi, this is Tracy from Schloss Web Services. I'm going to show you today how to update your WordPress. WordPress comes with a upgrading type of tool. Whenever you log into your dashboard, you will see a big giant yellow line going across the top that tells you that you need to update when they've got new features out. The way WordPress works is if you look at right here, this is the current version of this site that I'm upgrading, so it's 3.1.3. When they do a large update, it becomes 3.2. From there, they would do 3.2.1, then 3. On and on. So if you look at what I've got on this particular website, and you look at this up here, they are 2 versions behind for this particular site. So it is quite a big thing. Before you ever do any updates automatically, I suggest and actually tell you to always do a backup. There are many different types of ways to do backups. There are some great plugins, and I'll have a video on that. But for now, the quickest and easiest thing is to export it. Under your menu for tools, export is the feature that we want to start with. And we export all content. We save it. Don't hit the open with. It really just hit the save. It's an XML file. Most people don't have a place that you can keep it and open it, so just leave it that way. Do a save it to desktop. It takes a minute. Once you've done that, go into your updates folder, and this is under dashboard. Again, this is an older version, so you will see this menu looks a lot different than the newer menus and all the different versions that have come since here. They're all sort of separated here, and in the newer versions they are kind of fly out and cool. So what we're going to do is look at 2 things. First, it's showing us that we can update our WordPress here. We can update it automatically, or we can download it. If you download it, you've got to know how to import it and do a little bit more technical stuff. I don't suggest that unless you're actually pretty techy and for some reason you want to do it manually. I don't, so I go with the update automatically. Before I do that, I generally take a look at what plugins are also outdated. And these are quite a few plugins that we've got on this site. You can individually update any plugin, or you can hit the select all button and update the plugins this way. When you do an update of a plugin or WordPress puts your site into a sort of maintenance mode. So the live version would be going into maintenance. So if someone hit it right there, you can see it says enabling maintenance mode. For that 3 or 4 seconds that it took to do all of them, you'll see that we're in and out of maintenance mode. So now that our plugins are done, we can go back to updates, and it should have a smaller number there. And it has update your WordPress. I'm going to do that, and now that we've got a backup, it's safe to do it. Again, some of the newer backup plugins, if I can recommend them, when you're looking for a backup plugin, there are some great paid ones like Backup Buddy, but we've hit this automatic update, so it's working. I can't see my spinning I'm working on it thing in the menu, but it is. So back it up. If you don't want to just use that, the simple one that comes with it, then you can do the paid ones, or you can do some of the free ones. The free ones allow you to either just upload it or send it to yourself. There's great ways you can do it. Here's what happens when we've updated our WordPress to the newer versions. It gives you a gigantic sort of informational piece about all the different sections that have been uploaded. I would definitely recommend that you read it, take a look at what's different, so that when you actually get into the interface, you're not going, oh my gosh, where'd that go? Good idea to just see what have they done. At the bottom of that, it does say just go back to the dashboard. So once we're back, and you can see that there's a nice little pop-up thing here There is a toolbar at the top. There's a lot of different features from the earlier version that this client was on. And before we look at our last update, look at how the menu has changed. I mean, really kind of cool with the flyouts. You can still open any particular section by double clicking on it, and you'll see that there are all the sections that are below it. When you're doing a WordPress update, I really recommend that you make sure you are aware of what theme you're using. This particular site is using a theme called Striking. It's a very cute theme. But if that were to say, and we were just here under themes, if that were to say 2011 or 2010, which are the two themes that come packaged with WordPress installs, if that's what your theme on that dashboard says, and it doesn't look exactly like this, if there's any color differences, if you've changed the menu color, any customizations that you have done before you do the 2010 or 2011 WordPress updates, you will find that you just better make sure, because they will lose some of your settings. So definitely just make sure, if that's your theme, that you've taken precautions. Talk to your webmaster and don't blow anything up. Last thing that we have under updates is the actual 2010 theme, and you can update it. Again, this client isn't using it, but let's say they decide to change it at any point. It's helpful to just have them have the most recent version versus looking 3 versions back like their WordPress was. So we've updated this. It took less than a second or two. And when we get back here, we have no updates. Your WordPress update is all set. Good luck. This is Tracy from Schloss Web Services. I hope it helped. Thank you.